What's up, everybody? We gonna have some fun today. Yeah. Some of this good stuff. Y'all come on in. Here we go. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. All right, let us begin. What's up, Miss Mimi? Let us begin. Let us begin. Now, I got a little treat for y'all today. I got some of the best samurai content I can find for y'all in the form of Blade, Ghost Dog, and of course, Afro Samurai. So this is what it is. What I want to talk to y'all today is how these three relate, and about the code of the samurai, and why it's so popular, and why it's so powerful, and where the samurai came from, or what was their ancestry. So let us begin. You see, you got we'll start with Blade first. Yeah, cause that was the first. Well, now we'll start with Ghost Dog, cause Ghost Dog came out before Blade. Then Blade came out. Then Afro Samurai. Now these three represent different aspects of the samurai warrior. Afro Samurai represents the warrior aspect of the samurai. Blade represents the supernatural aspect of the samurai, and Ghost Dog represents the philosophical aspect of the samurai. So let's start off with Ghost Dog. Now, Ghost Dog is actually, we're gonna start with his name. Ghost Dog is another way of saying spiritual, and dog is God spelled backwards, so it's spiritual God. That's what Ghost Dog actually means. And his movie is called The Way of the Samurai. And the reason why his movie was so powerful is because he will quote this particular book here, the Hagakiri. That's what he will quote. This is a very powerful book because it teaches you the full way of the samurai, and they follow what you like to call the Bushido Code. Now, what is the Bushido Code? The Bushido Code, or the Code of the Samurai, also part of it anyway. There are these 8 virtues, which is rectitude of justice, A samurai always must instill justice no matter what. And there's a famous movie, I should have grabbed that too, called The 47 Ronin, that talks about that. They said, old buddy in there, I'm paraphrasing, he said, when evil goes unpunished, the heavens laugh at us. And when evil goes unpunished, everything becomes unbalanced and the heavens laugh at us. That's what he said. And that's what the principle of justice is all about. So this is what we talking about here with the samurai. They was about always making sure that everything is balanced in the form of justice, in the form of retribution if necessary. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they was about. Now, they were some of the most spiritually advanced warriors on the planet for multiple reasons, and we're gonna get to that. Now, the second precept is courage. Of course, you gotta have courage. You can't be a samurai if you ain't got courage. You just can't. It just won't work. You gotta have courage if you want to be a samurai. You see what I'm saying? So this is what it's about. Next is benevolence or mercy. Of course, benevolence just means you try your best to be the best and balanced soul you can be. And of course, mercy, if you can show mercy. Now, it's a lot of motherfuckers you just gonna have to kill in their eyesight, and that's just the way it is. Because if you don't kill them, they're gonna come back at you stronger and more powerful and cost you more. You see that a lot in a lot of samurai movies, actually. So yeah. Then you got the fourth precept, which is politeness. Polite. Walk around. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's the golden rule. Doing to others as you want them doing to you. So that's basically what the principle of politeness is all about. Next is the fifth precept, which is honesty and sincerity. Now, honesty and sincerity is, in Japan, they hated lies. The warrior class hates lies, cause they lying and deception usually goes deep, and that it causes a lot of war. Most wars based off deception. They tell you that something goes wrong. Yeah, Sun Tzu said that all wars based off deception. So somebody lying, cheating, and now the world at war. You see what I'm saying? So that's what honesty and why honesty is important, and sincerity, you gotta do this wholeheartedly. This is not something that you can fuck around with. You could die from this. This is a life or death lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this is about. That's what sincerity is about. Then you got honor. Honor, do what you do and do it with dignity. Do it with purpose. Do it with style. So that's what honor basically is. Then you got loyalty. Loyalty, if you say you're gonna do something and you say you're gonna work with somebody, then do it. When you ain't loyal to that reputation, when you ain't loyal to the people who you working with or working for, then they'll never be able to trust you. And here you'll never be able to rise up in whatever you're trying to do, because they know you treacherous. You see what I'm saying? Character and self-control, of course. You gotta have character in everything you do. Everybody want to see a personality. They don't want you just be no robot, no automaton. You don't want to just be that. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta have character. And finally, self-control. You gotta have self-control. You gotta have self-control in anything you do, cause you may not be able to control what happens outside of you, but you can always control yourself. You see what I'm saying? So this is what this is about. This is why this is one of the baddest groups there was, because they had their shit together. You see what I'm saying? They had it together. So let's see. That's character and self-control. Another great master of the samurai arts is your boy Musashi Miyamoto in the Book of the Five Rings. You see what I'm saying? He was also one of the greatest samurai of his time. So just wanted to put that out there. If you've never read it, these are just graphic novels here, but they got the real books as well. So check them out. Now, let's get back to Ghost Dog. Like I said, Ghost Dog means ghost is means spiritual, and dog is God reversed. So spiritual God, and he was all about the way of the samurai, and he quoted from the book Hagakiri. You know, he all throughout the movie, he was following the precepts in this particular book. And this book talks about the way of the samurai and how to live as a samurai throughout your life. So this is what he's about. He was half samurai, half assassin in this movie, of course, because the Hagakiri teach you to adapt to the time. So he had to learn different skills and things to live in society, the society he was in, the age he was in. So he would go around and he would do assassins for a particular Italian mobster dude, I forget his name now. And he would go out there and he would do these things for him. He would do these assassinations for him, and then he would pay him. He would pay him for him. Now, he did one particular job, and this is where it goes south. They fight and everything, and they go in, and he was supposed to kill. He killed the dude he was supposed to kill, but it was a girl. That turned out the girl was the mobster's daughter. Yeah, the Godfather's daughter. So all hell broke loose with those two, and he spent the rest of the movie following the code of samurai, taking these guys out until he died at the end of the movie. But I like what they did at the end of the movie. He passed his knowledge down to the next samurai warrior. You see what I'm saying? He passed his knowledge down to the little girl. I think her name was Penny. Yeah, I think her name was Penny. And she started, and he gave a Hagakiri to her, and she started studying the way of the samurai. So that's a real good movie for the philosophical aspect. Now, for the warrior aspect, we're gonna go and get to Afro Samurai. Now, we already know Afro Samurai was about their life. There were 10 headbands, and he was number 2. So this is a clip-off story because there was a lot of killing. It was monstrous. It was fierce. So, and he was after the number 1 headband, so he can master the clip-off. And the dude who he had to fight was this cowboy. Now, interestingly enough, when he got to the cowboy, in the video game, he was already dead. But in the anime, they actually let him fight him. But actually, it was all in his head. He killed old buddy, and took the number 1 headband in the anime. In the second Afro Samurai Resurrection, then that's when he fought some more members from his past. That was the result of what he did when he chose the path, when he took up the path of the Avenger to take these niggas out, to take this gunslinger out that killed his father. And I found the most interesting thing in this storyline was he had to fight his father. Now, why they forced him to fight his father? He had to fight him because he had to fight him because his father represented the celestial energy that he had to master within himself. He had to master his bloodline energy. So it came full circle. The whole reason he did this was because of his father's death. So he had to fight his father and conquer that anguish, that pain that was inside of him, so he can move on. And that's what he did. That's what he did. So Afro Samurai was pretty good. Then you had Blade. Of course, now we get into the supernatural aspect of the samurai. He was half human, half vampire, super strength, super speed, heightened senses, all that. He was a day walker, which made him a solar being. And the only thing that the only weakness he contracted from him was the thirst. Now, he took a serum to keep that thirst in check. That was him always operating his throat chakra. Always being that one with himself. But every now and again, he would get weak in these movies, and he would have to drink blood. Now, this is him operating off his root chakra, which is his sense of survival. So that's what these about. That's what this movie was about. So all his movies his storylines was pretty good as well, cause the 3 people he had to fight was a guy named Frost in the first movie. He had to fight the old man vampire and his son in the second movie, and in the third movie he had to fight Dracula himself. You know, Frost represented the lunar cycle and it coming to an end, and he beat Frost. The old man represented the cabal or the elites, you know, of this cycle. He beat them. Finally, he had to fight Dracula. Now, Dracula represents our ancient ancestors. Now, it was a stalemate between them because you can't kill your ancestors. You see what I'm saying? Your ancestors are eternal. But what happened was it was a passion of the god. He passed the torch to Blade and said, "Nah, you the next one. You the next one. What up, Will? You the next. You the new god on the block." So when Dracula came, as you seen, Dracula never died because he represented the ancestor. But he passed that torch to Blade. You see what I'm saying? Now you the new god on the block. You the new Day Walker, the Soul Walker. You see what I'm saying? The Star Walker, the Skywalker. Now you see what I'm saying? It's all the same energy. That's what his storylines was about. Killing Frost, conquering the lunar cycle, killing the old man, conquering the cabal elites, and finally killing having to go toe to toe with the ancestors so he could prove to them that he was worthy of the throne. You see what I'm saying? He was worthy to be the new god on the block. So that's what the Blade series was about. You see what I'm saying? He went through this. It used to be a little phrase that I used to watch back in the day from an old movie called Hardball. You give a man one gun, he's Superman. You give him two guns, he God. Well, this same thing is applied for sword. You give him one sword, he's Superman. You give him two swords, he's God. So that's what these three beings represented. They represented the energy of the samurai. And what are samurai? Where do they come from? What is energy about? Well, they were spiritual warriors. You see what I'm saying? Their original ancestry was known as this group here, the Magi. The Magi. And who are the Magi? In history, they were an ancient warrior, an ancient Nubian warrior class, who during their time they worked for. They rose to prominence and they became the police force in ancient Egypt. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the Magi represent. So they was advanced spiritual warriors, and then they all of a sudden, according to the white boy in a way, they mysteriously disappeared. You know how that is. They mysteriously disappeared. That means they never died out. They probably just transformed into something new. They could have went on to become the Knight Templars or the Samurai, because the Samurais were originally Moors or black men and women. So cause the Samurai even tell you, in order to be a samurai, you got to have a bit of black blood or melanin inside of you. So they tell you that in these movies, and that's why I picked these three: Blade, Black Samurai; Afro Samurai, Black Samurai; Ghost Dog, Black Samurai. You see what I'm saying? That's why I picked those three, because I want to get as close to the original energy as possible for these lectures. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, these beings, they went on, played their roles, and it showed you the different aspects. So I encourage you to go out, check out these movies: Ghost Dog, Will the Samurai. Of course, I know most of y'all have seen Afro Samurai, and I know most of y'all have seen Blade. But Ghost Dog is a hard one to find. Shit, because Ghost Dog was so deep, so philosophical, so mind blowing. They shut it down. I know most of y'all never even heard of Ghost Dog, but check it out. Yes, because they telling your story hard. They telling you the life of a samurai warrior, of a mystical warrior god. You see what I'm saying? Ogun or and all the other warrior gods who followed them. So this is what these storylines was about. The Magi, I want to touch on them some more. The reason why I like this book I just showed y'all is because it actually goes through the training of to become a Magi. So it is a very good storyline, and it shows you what he has to go through to become this samurai, this mystical warrior. You see what I'm saying? He has to go through the meditations, the visualizations, the imaginations, all that. You see what I'm saying? Which is what I want to touch on here about Nirvana. Now, what is Nirvana? Nirvana is your imagination. What the Asians call Nirvana, or the ultimate reality, is actually your imagination. The God realm that lives inside of you. You see what I'm saying? And it's in the God realm, everything is one. No, there's no disconnection. There's no separation in the God realm. You see what I'm saying? In your imagination. You see what I'm saying? Now, what is imagination? It's a realm of magical images. That's basically what it is. Imagination, a nation of magical images, all that. So that's what it is. That's what it's about. This is what these movies. This is why these movies were so cold. That's why they resonated with the inner deity in you. Because half of y'all probably lived. Nah, most of y'all probably lived a life. That's one of these aspects. Whether it's the samurai, whether it's the ninja, the shinobi. What up, John Darius? What is the Magi? What is the Jedi? Because all of them same shit. Jedi actually is not a futuristic samurai. They actually lived in ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet as well. They were known as the priesthood of Jet Tech. You see what I'm saying? So up there in what the Greeks call the Coast of Mendes, up there in northern Egypt. All these characters mean something. So Nirvana, the ultimate reality, the ultimate God. Now, how these three relate to that? Ghost Dog was found meditating, doing first eye meditation in his movie, and he seen the visions of what was about to take place down his timeline. And so he went and lived out those visions. Afro Samurai found out when he got to the gunslinger to get the #1 headband, he was dead. So he was wondering, so what is this that's been plaguing me? And he entered his imagination, the realm of his where he will run into this dude, and he had to fight him in his imagination and defeat him and conquer him, so he could be worthy of the #1 headband. Blade stayed meditating on something. Shit, hell, whether it was his past, his mama, what's to come. Shit, it didn't matter with Blade. Blade was pretty much about their life. So you see what I'm saying? So they tapped into that. They tapped into the first eye, the first eye realm of their imagination. You see what I'm saying? That's what the imagination is, the God realm, Nirvana. You see what I'm saying? The field of reeds, that I seen in that I think that's an old one for Greek mythology. That's what they called it in Greek mythology, the field of reeds, and various other mythologies that talk about this realm, tapping into it. They making you think that heaven somewhere outside of you. Now heaven right here, heaven right there, inside of you. All you gotta do is choose to tap in. So that's what Nirvana really is. And all three of these guys here, these samurai, these masters, who are us, ain't the elder gods. We live, and goddesses. We live this. We live this. That's why I made sure I picked the black samurai this time. So y'all can see that there were samurai there were movies that represented this energy. So they were us. They were masters of spirit, soul, and body, mind and body. So and I wanted to show that. I wanted to show you what they was about. I wanted to show you these different warriors. You see what I'm saying? So check them out. Check out these spiritual warriors. They mainly used the katana. Why the katana? Well, katana is short for ka, spirit, and they believe that you can imbue, and the sword is very powerful anyway, but they believe that you can imbue your spirit into your weapon, which is true, actually. Your spirit, your weapon, is the sword itself is created from the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And you imbue your spirit with it. So that's the 5th element. So you see what I'm saying? The force. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this is about. That's what these beings did. They had armor made out of fucking some kind of crystal. Cause the Moors originally had crystal armor. Now the crystal armor was so powerful that it literally blocked radiation, bullets, all that. The original armor, now the original crystal armor that the black man and woman wore when they were samurai. That it literally repelled different types of radiation, bullets, sword attacks, all that. That's how powerful these boys was. That's because they had knowledge of crystals and the effects that it had on your clothes. Just like vibranium and Black Panther. They knew the effects of Black Panther and how it was used. And they knew the effects of Black Panther and they knew how to use it in their different clothes because they knew they were it could repel regular bullets. It could do this. They knew the properties of it. You see what I'm saying? It made for a better metal. Cause you seen even in that Okoye in there, they didn't even use fucking guns. They was like that shit. They're primitive. They use spears on your ass, and highly advanced clothing that blocked. They blocked bullets. Shit, you seen when old buddy was shooting at the car. It was made of vibranium and it was bulletproof. So that's another good reference to the samurai. Shoot. So cause they didn't just use swords, they used spears and arrows, bow and arrows as well. And you get into the Magi, the motherfuckers had to be trained in 5 different weapons. They had to be masters of 5 different weapons. The sword and stick were primary automatically. Then they can go on into the arrow, bow and arrow, the axe, the mace, stuff like that, the dagger. But they had to be trained in 5 different weapons to be monsters. So this is what you're dealing with, like. But the armors though, the armor is probably the 5 shit they create, cause them crystal vibrations literally created an energy field around them that blocked harmful radiation, toxins, all that. That's why they was monsters. That's why they was hell on earth. And the only reason they got beat by the white boy is because generations upon generations they had became corrupt, whatever, which is what created the ninja. They had became so corrupt, the ninja came along, the shinobi came along to battle them. So they pretty much was at civil war with the shinobi by the time the white boy got them. So that's what was going on. That's why they lost. That's why they got fucked up. And the gun, that they didn't have that crystalline armor no more that the Moors was using. They had lost that art. So when the white boy came, they was getting shot up. See what I'm saying? Because they was only using swords. White boy was using guns. You see what I'm saying? So this is what happened during these cycles. You talking about the generation of great masters, great warriors. You see what I'm saying? The monks, the samurai, all of them degenerate. The only ones we don't really know what happened to are the Magi. They seem to have mysteriously disappeared. Which they could have went into anything. The night they could have went and created anything. The Knight Templars, they could have been the ones who created the samurai here. We don't know, cause it's been reports that they traveled everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Cause they were a police force. So of course they were bodyguards for the pharaoh, everything. So they was part of the elite force, all that. So you don't know where they went. You don't know where they went to. You see what I'm saying? They came over here too. So don't think they went over here as well. Shoot. We had our own Jedi and Magi and samurai warriors as well. And shit, white boy even wrote about that here. We had weapons. The motherfuckers made out of goddamn some magical material. The swords was made out of some type of magical iron that sliced through they fucking so-called advanced armor. Here, conquistadors even wrote about that shit. Hell, the only reason they was able to beat us is because most of the time we was already at war with ourselves in fighting. So that's really what it was about. And they would do what they still do today. They would pick the group who was trying to topple that particular government, the revolutionaries, the rebels or whatever. They would work with those rebels to topple the government, then kill off the rebels, and then take the throne. That's what they had been doing for years. Or they'll take the more subtle approach. They mix in with the royal bloodline and teach their children to how to conquer this shit. And they took their route as well. So that's how we feel. That's a lot of how we feel latter day. how we failed earlier in this path was we were just warring with each other and conquering each other's empires. So that's what happened. But these warriors here, they was the baddest mofos. Them, the Shaolin monks, and the Taoist monks was the baddest mofos on this fucking planet as far as the warrior branch. Matter of fact, the white boy never even beat the Shaolin and Taoist monks. They couldn't even beat them. They just left China alone. That's just how powerful they was. What they had to do was they had to degenerate China through drugs. Through opium outbreaks that you heard so much about. So that's how they beat the monks in that arena. But yeah, these samurai warriors, yeah, go check them out. They some bad motherfuckers. Magi, samurai, ninjas, all of them. Like I said, check out the book. Hagakiri, Code of the Samurai. This in manga version here. But yeah, so check that out. Check out the Book of Five Rings. Once again, Musashi Miyamoto, one of the baddest samurai of his time. And of course, this one I'm reading now, Minshu Hotep, Spirit of the Magi. So check them out. So they was us. They was us, and they was about it. These were the last, when the world was being conquered over the last 250 years. These were some of the last people that held out. It took them to probably 1850, 1900s to beat these people here, to take these out. And they didn't really do it through war. Yeah, they did it through, through infiltration, subterfuge, stuff like that. They did it the old-fashioned way. They toppled the government from within, because they know they couldn't fuck with these warriors like that. So they had to do it. They had to actually take over the government and abolish the samurai. They even did that in China during the Cultural Revolution in the 60s and 70s. They literally abolished Kung Fu and destroyed all the Kung Fu texts. That's why Kung Fu in the state it is in now in China. So there you go. These the baddest mofos on the block. Check them out, read about them, incorporate some of their philosophies into your way of life. You'll be all right. So with that being said, any questions? Any questions? John Deere, somebody armor still have crystalline material in them. Yeah, you can go to the museum and see the crystals in them still. Brian Brady, good stuff, bro. Main reason why a lot of us can't resonate. Main reason why a lot of us can resonate with us or with them. I see what you're saying. Yeah, Brian. A lot of reasons why we can resonate with them. That's their inner warrior archetype there. Some of the baddest motherfuckers who ever walked the planet. Will could prove they are us. Hell yeah, they us. Let's see here. What about mazes? I don't know about them. I never heard of them. Brian Bird, how we get back to the art and take our land back? Well, Brian, now I've always talked about this. It was a good time to talk about that Excalibur energy, King Arthur. Since we talking about the warrior anyway, I've already talked about this, but right now we in Excalibur taking the form of the gun, but it's transforming into back into Merlin's staff or the scepter. So we getting back into the magic now. Magic now. So the best thing you can be doing right now is getting back into your spirituality. Cause right now the black man's supposed to be keeping the magical balance on the planet until we shift into the new world. So that's what we supposed to be doing. Taking our land back is not necessary because we about to move on into a new planet, a new realm. You see what I'm saying? So it's unnecessary at this point. So yeah. So hope that answers your question. Get back into your magic. Get back into your internal work. And until then, you can study these three groups here, these different groups here, and apply these skills that they're teaching in your everyday life. So it can make you a better warrior, a better master. You see what I'm saying? Spiritual master. But mainly, especially doing your internal work, chakra work, kundalini work, all that. So that's the best thing you can be doing right now, because we're going back to Excalibur getting ready to take the form of Merlin's staff again. So we get back into the magic, get back into supreme spirituality. That's what the Aquarian age is going to be all about. How spiritual you can become. There's evidence, a smaller form of a laser. Did we use them back then? Yeah, we use lasers. Lightsabers ain't a new concept. They've been around. Shit, that shit on temple walls, the lightsaber. That's what the jet pillar is, actually. The lightsaber. It's the hilt for the lightsaber. So it's been around. Christine Cameron's like, "Foot high." What's up, Christine? So that all this has been around. This ain't that new. We just getting back to what we just getting back to what we know and love now, cause we need this now so we can help our people elevate back up in their consciousness, so we can help them shift into the new world. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this is about. What else here? Brian Brady, gotcha. I know when I was little, I meditate, then certain things move around me, and then know how it happened. Yeah, you tapping into your telekinesis. Definitely. What up, Malcolm? So yeah. So any more questions before I get up out of here? Well, with that being said, I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all share this, put the word out, let everybody know what it is. Hope y'all enjoyed it. This is Decoding Afro Samurai. So yeah, I'm out, people.